Hello my dear student, welcome back to science class. In today's class, we will learn chapter number 7, soil. Then let's start. First, we define what is soil. Soil, the uppermost layer of the earth's crust in which plants grow. It is one of the most important natural resources available to us. Plants need soil to grow. Soil is a home of many insects and microorganisms. Now, what is the formation of soil? Formation of soil is a very slow and a gradual process. Soil is formed by the breaking down of rocks due to action of wind, water, temperature and microorganism. This is called weathering. It takes thousands of years of constant weathering to form a layer of soil. Clear, children? Our next topic is composition of soil. Soil consists of a number of components. These include soil particles like gravel, sand, clay, humus, minerals, water and air. And various organisms like earthworm, snails, many insects and other microorganisms like bacteria and fungi are also found in the soil. Now our second topic is type of soil. Soil are mainly three types. First, sandy soil, clay soil and loam soil. Now, what is sandy soil or what are the feature or characteristic of this soil? It does not hold moisture. Thus, with water, all other essential nutrients also flow away. Due to this, it needs regular addition of fertilizer. Next, clay soil. It is usually rich in nutrients because it can hold moisture, but it forms hard lumps when wet. It also develops crack in hot weather, causing harm to the roots of the plants. Next, loam soil. It can hold moisture and is rich in nutrients. It has good qualities of both sandy and clay soil. Hence, it is best suited for plant growth. Hope the difference between this soil is also clear to you. Now children, here is an extra information for you regarding earthworms. Earthworms are also known as farmer's friend. Now why they are known so? They are very helpful to the soil. They bury in soil, turn it and so make it loose. Not only this, their movement helps to bring the nutrients that are present deeper in the soil to the surface. It improves the fertility of the soil and helps in plant growth. Due to this reason, they are also known as farmer's friend. Now one more thing regarding microorganisms. They are also helpful for soil. Microorganisms like bacteria and fungi also help in the complete breakdown of dead plant and animals. This process releases minerals back to the soil and enhancing its fertility. Now, soil erosion. Due to natural factors like strong wind, rain and running water, the top layer of soil is often blown or washed away. This removal of top fertile soil by wind, water or other factor is known as soil erosion. Now soil erosion results in loss of soil fertility, which makes the land unsuitable for farming. Now the factors of soil erosions. First factor, wind. Due to wind, a lot of topsoil is blown away, especially in desert area. Strong winds carry a lot of sand with them and deposit them in another place. Next point, water. Water causes soil erosion in mainly two ways. First, due to rain, and the second one, due to running water. First, due to rain. Heavy rainfall result in the removal of topsoil. This has a worse effect in hilly region. And the second one, due to running water. Moving water like a river flowing down a hill also wash a lot of nutrients, topsoil and mud along with them. Next, deforestation. Excessive cutting of trees or deforestation is one of the chief reasons of soil erosion. The root of trees hold the soil particles firmly. In the absence of trees, soil in that area becomes quite loose and can easily taken away by wind and water. Now children, our next topic is soil conservation. Now why we conserved it? Because we have already learned that how soil is important for us for sustaining life. So it is our responsibility to preserve it. So what is soil conservation? The protection of soil and its prevention against erosion is known as soil conservation. Now what are the various ways to conserve soil or to preserve the soil? First, planting trees is the cheapest and most effective way of soil conservation. Next, terrace farming is a very efficient method of soil conservation, especially in hilly regions. And the third one, the soil erosion along the river banks can be prevented to some extent by building dams. Clear? Now children, we have already learned that microorganisms are present in the soil. Some of them are very harmful for human being. One of these is known as tetanus. Now we know about this tetanus disease. Tetanus is also called lockjaw. Is an infection that affects the nervous system and lead to stiffening of the body. It is caused by a bacterium. The spores of tetanus bacterium enter a human body through an open cut or wound. Upon their entry, they produce a poisonous fluid, a powerful poisonous fluid. This poison spread inside the body, especially in the spinal cord, and causes paralysis and stiffness of muscles, various muscles of the body. Now the symptoms are, the early symptoms are headache, muscle contraction and stiff jaw. And if it is not cured in time, can also lead death of that person. Now the prevention. Children are usually given prevention from tetanus by a vaccine called DPT. And the infection of tetanus must be given after any skin injuries. Clear children? Hope this chapter is clear to you all.